New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time Show. Here, give you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And guys, it's time to talk about a very big rumor that's being recorded from Marc Stein involving Julius Randle and the Lakers, Russell Westbrook. So let's get right to it. As you can see, from the headline to my left, you can already see it says Lakers rumors. Russell Westbrook linked to Knicks if Donovan Mitchell trade happens. Let's get into it, man. It says right here, if the New York Knicks swing a trade for Donovan Mitchell, the next move could be a deal for Russell Westbrook, according to NBA insider Marc Stein. A source told Stein the Knicks would want to explore scenarios to trade away Julius Randle if they can acquire Mitchell. A swap for Westbrook could clear up the remaining 3 years of Randle's initial 4-year, $117 million contract signed last season after his All-Star campaign in 2020-2021. Westbrook is set to make $47.1 million in 2022-2023 after opting into the final year of his contract with the Los Angeles Lakers. As Stein noted, the Lakers will first try to use Westbrook in a trade for Kyrie Irving, but could be interested in Randle as a secondary option. What is happening right now? Are you telling me the Knicks can walk away with Donovan Mitchell and getting rid of Julius Randle this offseason? If you would have told me that in the beginning of this offseason, I would have said, sign me up. This would be a huge deal for Knicks fans and Knicks Nation. I would have loved to do this. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. If Westbrook is here, one thing I would say is I would think that Westbrook would be bought out. I don't think the Knicks are looking to have Westbrook here long term. It would be a buyout situation just to get Julius Randle off the books. But also, because of Westbrook's contract, I would think the Knicks would actually ask for a first-round pick to go along with Russell Westbrook. So you're telling me we would get Donovan Mitchell and we would end up getting off of Julius Randle and getting a first-round pick for taking Russell Westbrook from the Los Angeles Lakers, which isn't a bad first-round pick if you really think about it, because one injury, and you already know. We already seen what the injuries did to the Lakers last season. They're injury away from having the same thing happen to them this season. So it wouldn't be necessarily even a bad pick. It'd be better than a Miami Heat pick. So big news for Knicks Nation if the Donovan Mitchell deal was to actually go through for a few reasons. We've already talked, if you listen to the Nick of Time show on the last program, we talked about the fit between Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Donovan Mitchell, and Julius Randle. There's only one basketball, right? And we already see how Julius Randle plays off ball, not so well. I've seen a lot of people say, well, if he ever had a point guard, he would know how to play. I don't know. I've watched Emmanuel quickly set up Julius Randle for wide open threes, and he dribbles into the defense and still miss. All right? So I don't really think it's a point guard situation. It's a basketball situation. Sometimes he passes when he should shoot and shoot when he should pass. And Randle was a lot bit confused on how to play basketball last season. So I don't even think a point guard situation would even help him. It's really into his brain. And obviously some people will say, you know what? If given a chance, he could return to the Julius Randle of old. I'm on the belief that even if he plays better, I don't think New York is the place for him. The heat is too much. He's a little bit too fickle for me, and eventually it's going to implode. So I am all for moving on from Julius Randle. On top of that, what is signaling to me is the Knicks intend to keep Obi Toppin. If that's the case, if the Knicks are able to move on from Julius Randle while keeping Obi Toppin, and then slide Obi Toppin into that starting lineup, I'm loving this right now. Because to me, Obi Toppin fits more with what those guys are doing more than anybody else. Because he doesn't demand the ball. He runs the floor. He's actually a better passer than Julius Randle, low-key. Even though Julius Randle averages more assists, his assists are more predicated off of picks and dribble handoffs. Obi Toppin actually has like a higher basketball IQ than most people might give him credit for when it comes to passing the ball. And I think the only thing we would have to worry about is rebounding. But all in all, Obi Toppin, the idea of keeping Obi Toppin, and even the signal that the Knicks might be trying to keep Obi Toppin because they're trying to move Julius Randle is a big deal for me. That's a huge deal. And not only that, there is another Nick, used to be Nick, who was rumored to come to the Knicks. It's been reported. First of all, there was a clip of James Dolan and Carmelo Anthony leaving a dinner. Right? First Dolan left and Carmelo Anthony left. Also, I also heard a rumor that the Knicks were open to bringing Carmelo Anthony back to New York. And I've always been kind of against it, even though I would love Carmelo back here. But I thought that situation with Randle and Obi being here would make that a little bit muddy. But now you're telling me we're getting rid of Randle. We're promoting Obi to starting power forward of the New York Knicks. And we have Carmelo Anthony off the bench. Sign me up. Sign me up today. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. This might like this the fit aside, because this still might be a little bit weird of a fit between Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. You hoping Donovan Mitchell could reclaim that luster, that defensive luster that he had when he was playing for Utah when he first got into the league. Because remember, he was touted as a defender coming into the league. But maybe, if some of the scoring load was off of him with Jalen Brunson here and RJ Barrett here, maybe we can figure out a way for him to bring some of his defense back. But, man, this will be a successful offseason for the New York Knicks if this was to happen. I am ecstatic about this news. This makes me think that, this whole offseason would be better than I thought it would be. Now, listen, I already saw a rumor today that said the Lakers were in contact with the Charlotte Hornets and they was trying to trade Russell Westbrook to the Charlotte Hornets for Gordon Hayward. And the Hornets asked for a first-round pick. But we all know Randle would be a better option for those guys than Hayward, because Hayward can't even stay healthy. And I believe this rumor too, because there was already a rumor that Russell Westbrook already moved on from his longtime agent. And the rumor was that the agent was trying to convince Russ to stay with the Lakers. And I think Russ was against that. So I'm buying it. Marc Stein is a legit source as well. I'm buying it. Man, moving on from Randle getting a pick and getting Donovan Mitchell in the offseason, I would consider that a successful offseason. I'm really hoping this comes true. And I'm hoping the way it comes true is on our terms, because like I said, I do not want to give up too much. I do not want to give up a big treasure trove of picks and all of our young guys in the trade for Donovan Mitchell. I hope Leon Rose stays packed and we get this deal done. All right. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the prospect of moving on from Julius Randle for Russell Westbrook. Like I said, I think it's a short-term thing. I think we'll most likely buy him out, and we will have Emmanuel quickly backing him up, or even Derrick Rose if he's still here. So let me know, guys, what you think. And please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. And as always, you guys,
shout out the Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
it's a mess out here in these Knicks YouTube rumor streets. That is our show. We are out of here. Peace.